Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaron. This is Aaron's Aquatics, and today we are gonna clean some sponge filters. I don't know why I'm laughing. Cleaning sponge filters is no joke. But it is important. If you're using sponge filters, double sponge filters, it doesn't really matter, or any other filter really that cycles water through some kind of media. You need to clean out that source, otherwise you're just going to collect all the dirt, the poop, all the junk that gets stuck inside of there. So a lot of people will make a mistake where they clean their sponge filter in tap water. This is a bad idea, don't do it.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Your filters, for all intents and purposes, contains some of the highest levels of beneficial bacteria in your aquarium, your tank, whatever. What you're gonna wanna do is one of two things. For most people, what you can do is just drain a good amount of water from your tank and clean it out in your old water that when you're doing a normal water change, right? If you're gonna do a water change, you may as well do it. If you don't want to do a water change, or you don't have, you're not looking to do one, you can go ahead and do it in RODI water, okay? Now I've got some RODI water ready to go. I just had it on hand, not a big deal. The reason why you don't want to use tap water is because you've got chlorine, you've got chemicals inside of it. You don't want to kill your beneficial bacteria, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So using RODI water, which is almost 100% pure, or your old tank water, which should be perfectly fine, you'd be good to go. So one thing about my filter specifically is it's a double sponge filter. A double sponge filter allows one of a few things. First, you get a little bit more general area to allow beneficial bacteria to grow. Two, you can actually take off one of these sponge filters at a time so that you don't accidentally cause a micro or mini crash in your system by relieving it of too much beneficial bacteria. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. See, now take a look at this. Look how dirty this water is after cleaning just this sponge. I mean, it went from absolutely pure to this black, nasty, brown crap. And this water is constantly being cycled through your tank. So you can see here that some of that residue was still inside the system, and there's only so much that you can get rid of, right? But that should get cleaned up. The fantastic part is, and I don't know how well you can see it, the color differentiation between these two, but the front one looks so much cleaner. It actually looks almost brand new compared to the one in the back. I'm gonna keep track of the actual parameters in the tank just to make sure we don't experience any kind of minor crash. So this is about 20 to 30 minutes after I changed the sponge filter. Now take a look. This looks pretty normal. This is the crystal red shrimp tank. But let's take a look at the Bloody Mary shrimp. They're everywhere. They're all over this sponge. What I'm thinking happened is I did the crystal red tank first, rinsed it out inside the RODI water, got all the junk, the crap, the whatever, and then I took this one and I did the exact same thing. You know, now I also I'm not gonna say cross-contaminated because I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I cross-contained some of the materials from the other tank, and I think that the Bloody Mary shrimp really like it. And that's why they're all over it. I mean, like, look at the other one, right? You don't see them at all on there. They really like the new one. So I'm not entirely sure why they're there, but hey, not a big deal. I think it should be fine. All right, guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. Keeping good quality tank maintenance is super important to this hobby. I know a lot of it is the boring part, the gross part. If you like saltwater aquariums, cleaning out your protein skimmers. I mean, it's one of those things you gotta do. It sucks, but you should do it. I mean, I had a canister filter for the longest time, a really big one, the Sun 304B on my aquarium. And cleaning out that canister filter was a nightmare. Opening up the top part without getting water everywhere, 4 or 5 layers of bioball media, ceramic media, carbon, everything, you know, it took a lot of time, and it should be done. That's all I gotta say. If you guys have a system like that, you've already put the money into it, take the extra time to you know, clean out your filters. Do proper maintenance. Do everything that you can do to make your tank the best place possible for your fish, your shrimp, your anything. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I did have a question for you. I wanted to leave you with a little something. How often do you change your sponge filters? If you have a sponge filter, how often do you actually clean it? Do you change the actual filters? I want to ask this question because this actually is the first time I've ever cleaned my sponge filters. I wanted to make sure that there was a healthy bacteria on these sponges before I did anything. I didn't want to cause any issues with shrimp that we all know can be pretty finicky when it comes to water parameters. That being said, guys, thanks for watching again. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. My name is Aaron. This is Aaron's Aquatics. See you next time. If you guys are interested in continuing the discussion over on Discord, join me and Bare Necessities over at Fishy Business. I've got a link in the description below. If you want to join, go ahead and click that link. Both of us are there. We're there most of the time during the day. If you want to chat, you want to talk about fish, saltwater, freshwater, shrimp, doesn't matter. Come on, let's go talk.